Good morning. It's Francesca, your art escort, and we're going to be talking about the movie called Factory Girl. And this movie has the information or knowledge of EDIE Sedgwick, who was a muse, as he called it, for Andy Warhol. And Andy Warhol, when he had his period of the factory, the story and the secrets of Andy Warhol, the secret story of Andy Warhol and the Factory Girl. He had met this American gal who was just kind of, to me, a real go-go, hip trendsetter, intelligent, skinny, twiggy kind of gal, and he was just mesmerized, Andy Warhol, by her, and this is true. And they established a really cool friendship, and he used her in many of the videos and films and brought her up, and some of his art, and brought her up to stardom. But the movie portrays it that when he was done with her, he discarded her and used her and put her aside. She ended up becoming a drug addict, and she either committed suicide or she overdosed. I can't remember which one it was, but it was one of those two. And it talks about the furious course of the fame, the decline of the beautiful and charismatic EDIE Sedgwick. Okay. And it's a grand icon. She was a large, it's in a different language, so I had to translate it, so that's why I'm kind of stuttering here. Più grande icone della cultura pop americana. She was a very large, one of the largest icons of the American pop culture. And then she she followed Andy, and anyway, and it talks about the life and the fall of her, and where she was his muse, and she ended up only having 15 minutes of fame. Yeah, you can't put it all on Andy, because I'm sorry, every one of us is responsible for our own destiny. Any one of us can be making bad choices, and Lord knows, with my childhood, I would have, and we had, my sisters, we would have had the right to make some bad choices based on the life and the abuse we suffered, but you've got to somehow get above it. So it's a good film. It's very interesting. It does show the manipulative, indifferent side of Andy Warhol, which I do believe very much existed. So it's a short little review, not a whole lot more to say about it. Got it on, what do you want to call it, Amazon, and it's just for me, even though it was a movie, it was a segment of understanding a little bit more about the story of some parts of Andy's personality. Signing off.